first things first, I don't associate leprechauns with Christmas. Why are you dressed like that?
Just so everyone knows, leprechauns are quite offensive to a lot of Irish people because they represent stereotypes.
You realise you're saying this while wearing that, yeah?
It's a different hat. If it was like a top hat, then that might work. If it was a pure red hat, I'd be a gnome. There's a subtle difference between the different slightly magical creatures going on here.
That's all well and good, but just tell us where your gold is buried.
David, have you got a mascot?
I do have a mascot, yes. This is actually it cost me a lot of money on eBay. And this is some of the Duchess of Cambridge, or Kate Middleton as she then was, some of her toenail clippings. And there we go, you see? There's a little toenail clipping of a very, very royal person there. What do you mean, How do you know they're genuine? Well, I mean, they cost me £25,000. That's just not... That can't be ordinary ones, can it? That's definitely from her. The great thing about these is, as DNA technology advances, what I have in here is her DNA code, which means that in the years to come, I will be able to make another one. But then she will have no rights in law. She'll just be my creature. So now it's just the clippings in the tin.
David, you recently tweeted that you thought of 23 new app ideas. Can you share some of them with us today?
Yeah, I have a lot of app ideas, such as What is App is a good one, which is similar to the already popular WhatsApp. But mine's more formal. And then... Yodeler is similar to Grindr, but it tells you where nearby Swiss people are. And then the big one for me is Fartsam, which is similar to Shazam, which is the app that can identify whatever a song is. But with Fartsam, if you walk into the room, there's an unclaimed fart cloud within the room. You just thrust Fartsam into the midst of it, and the person's face comes up on it. That technology may not exist yet, but that's for the nerds to work out. I'm the ideas guy. Thank you.
David, have you got a mascot?
I do, yes.
What is your mascot?
My mascot is a fondue set.
This brings you good luck?
No, it's contractual. I've taken, frankly, a frightening amount of money from the Swiss government to be the face of fondue. They're trying to get fondue's in terminal decline.
Will you be eating fondue throughout the evening?
I might give it a go. I mean, it's very... I mean, probably shouldn't say this, but it's very, very, very cheesy. Oppressively cheesy. I mean, it's like a gallon of cheese in there.
When he was young, David wanted to be a professional cyclist. It's probably for the best that it didn't happen, though. Imagine that in lycra shorts.
It's funny you mention that. Because I do love cycling, and these trousers, I might as well show you this, are specifically cycling commuter jeans, which is, they have a fully reinforced padded gusset on them.
Oh,
there.
They do.
Can you see that?
I can confirm that is very padded.
Are you wearing Always Ultra? Because it looks like you've got an Always Ultra in. It looks like...
Can you go rollerblading in those? Yeah.
Go on, get it down you.
Oh, it's so cheesy.
Would anyone else like some fondue? I mean,
I'll have a bit of fondue.
Help me out, there's a... Yeah.
A bit of fondue. You've got to use different forks, otherwise there's germs.
Don't worry, John, there's no germ on the planet that can survive that boiling cheese.
just for a bit of... Yeah, was that...
You know, you can have other fondues. You don't have to be cheese.
I thought it would be sort of showbiz fondue, but it's really hot, real fondue.
Look at
that steam coming off that. I love a gherkin.
Help yourself. It's a cornichon, actually.
I didn't know where they were from.
Oh, the fucking cheese.
You should do his cholesterol test before and after.
saying Susie's anecdotes about lexicography are boring, but it's illegal to talk to her whilst operating heavy machinery.
Susie, stop this. I've been on this show a few times, and this always happens, okay?
Yeah,
and so I think what we need is a more aggressive return, okay? And I thought this might happen, so I've written some put-downs that you just need to slam back, okay?
Okay, well, I'll just do the next.
Yeah, you do that one.
The only person who's put more people to sleep than Susie is the manager of Dignitas.
Jimmy, you look like the average man on the street, and that street is creepy ventriloquist doll street in a weird-looking town.
We've got 2 more of those, so if anything else comes... We've got 1 more of those.
Just out of interest, Len, where are you getting your prawns from these days?
Iceland, yeah.
Only one place to go food shopping, that's our next tip. Iceland, I love it. Stunning supermarket, innit? Yeah.
It absolutely is,
It's like a
Susan.
freezing cold food hospital.
Oh, God. It absolutely is. Everything wrapped in meters of plastic. Although I read this week that they're going to cut down on their plastic.
Oh,
why? Why? It's unhygienic.
It's unhygienic. Recently, I had to go to my local shop to pick up loose lemons.
Oh, dear. It's
Sorry.
dangerous.
Oh, that is
It's
dangerous.
dangerous.
Because 2 weeks later, right, I'm on my back in the doctor's surgery, my legs in stirrups. 4 doctors coaxing a 14-metre tapeworm out of my anus with a plate of beef shin. No, it's
Do you know what?
funny,
Sorry, David, it's not funny.
David's knowledge of the dictionary is encyclopedic, which unfortunately is the wrong book. David's written a play called I Can't Sleep, which is not a problem you'll have if you go and see it.
Oh, my goodness. It was a kids' show. It was for kids. There was 2 beds on stage, and we were both asleep when the audience came in, and then I woke up, and the audience had to tell me how to get back to sleep. And at the end, we were asleep, and the audience walked out. And in the last time we did it, an 8-year-old, as he walked past, just punched me in the balls. Aisling had a good one. Auditor. I thought that was very good, Aisling.
It comes from the Latin meaning to hear.
The Latin to hear.
Yeah.
Could you not say boring things?
I've got 1 left.
Yeah, give me one more.
Lay it on him, Dent.
Do you want to come at me first? Jimmy, your laugh is beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean sounds like a balloon animal being violated by a fox.
Every time I've ever been on this programme, I get, the next day, I'd say at least 6 tweets from people saying they've found someone who looks a lot like me. This is just a very common setup. And so I put together some of the best. We start with a classic. It's E.T. era Steven Spielberg.
That's the one on the left, yeah?
Alf. This is a good one. It's an ancient ceramic lion from a museum in Scotland, someone said to me after the last time I was on this show. This Antarctic explorer. I'll be honest, that is actually me. I just wanted to dress up as an Antarctic explorer. So I put that in there as a curveball. And then I get told a lot I look like the late Keith Moon, the amazing drummer from The Who. But what's interesting about this one is that John Entwistle, the bass player from The Who, looks a lot like Joe Wilkinson. So this is a picture of not me, not Joe Wilkinson, hanging out.
You know what? I never feel more like an independent, confident, powerful woman than I've got a glass of sparkling red in one hand, or apple ties if you had problems, Jimmy. And I'm talking to a group of women I do not like or respect.
Yeah, that's